Top officials in the National Electoral Commission have urged all people old enough to vote to make sure that their information on the country's voting list is accurate. The lists are to be distributed in all settlements across Rwanda in March.
2024, we are going to be having elections in Rwanda, and for the 53 members of parliament, those who come through the political parties and those who aspire for these seats, either presidential or parliamentarians, on their own. So we also have the 24 members elected through the National Women Council, elected by the councils of women, and also we have 2 members representing youth in the parliament. They are also elected by the National Youth Council, and also 1 person representing the disabled, who are also represented in the parliament. Those 27 seats, we call it special organs. They are going to elect their members on 16th July 2024. Preparations are ongoing. They are our partners, so we have been preparing all this legal framework, the training materials and other things together, so they are aware on what is going on. Another thing I will say is that March, April, we are going to send the list, we call it voter register. Every year we update the voter register. We work with NIDA to make sure that our systems work together. Every year we update this voter register, and we get to know how many Rwandans are going to be on the voter register. We are estimating around 8.7 million this in the upcoming elections, and with this collaboration with NIDA, it becomes easier for us to update this voter register. But at the same time, we send this register to the community, to Mudugudu, making sure that everyone checks on this register if their names are correctly put, and if there is any change, so that our volunteers, we have around 70,000 volunteers nationwide, who helps us to organize and conduct elections. So they are there to help the community. No one should be worried about it. And by June, we are going to be having the final voter register around 29th June. And in these guidelines, it is also clearly stated, we also, very important thing is on the submission of candidacy, and we are going to start receiving this those who are aspiring for these posts, either the presidential or the parliamentarians, from 17th May to 30th May. Very important dates. For the presidential candidates, they bring it by themselves, and for the 53 members of parliament, those who are coming from the political parties list, the representative of a political party brings the list to the National Electoral Commission. And for the women, youth, and disabled, they bring the 24/7 members. They bring also their application here to the National Electoral Commission office. So in these guidelines, we have many detailed guidelines which explains clearly how elections are going to be conducted. We also have what the observers needs to do and how. When they're supposed to bring their request, how do we handle them? How do they get registered here? So all those things are clearly explained in our guidelines of National Electoral Commission. So when you read more than 100 articles there, you get all the information you need. So I would wish to inform the public that the guidelines are already on our website. The organic law is on our website, and all the information regarding the upcoming election are going to be shared, and even the detailed program. The campaign is very important date. We are going to be having campaigns from 22nd June to 13 July. So this is a very important dates for those who aspiring to go to the parliament or to the presidential. Those who are going to be to want to go to the to bring us to campaign for the president.
Yeah, we know in our community there are young girls and boys who don't have an identification cards. Mm-hmm. How far are you working with NIDA to solve those problems?
Very important question, and thank you so much for that, because this is a requirement, of course, for to be registered on our voter register. But what I would say is that because we update it every year, you find that those who are coming for the first time, those our young people who now have reached the age of which is accepted in our laws, 18 years. And we have started in partnership with the Ministry of Local Government and NIDA to work on this and sensitizing the community to make sure that they have their IDs so that they can be able to vote. But I would say that though we don't encourage any Rwandan not to have their IDs because it is very important and it is a law, but on our list, on our voter register, we have all the details. So long as you have registered with, you have requested for an ID and you have been registered in the system, automatically it comes to our system. So when you come to vote for a specific reason that you don't have that ID that particular day, you are not going to be, you are going to be allowed to vote. But we would encourage everyone to have the ID because it is very important for any citizen of Rwanda to have the ID. So we are working closely with all the institutions, make sure that we also the media please continue encouraging our people to look for their IDs. There are those who have lost their IDs, others are registering for the first time. So, and the system, I mean, the institutions are there to help them. So it will be good that they approach the institutions from the Umudugudu level. I think we have these administrative structures which can help them have the IDs. So it will be good. It is a citizen's right, so it should be good for them to have it.
Thank you. By concluding our conversation, how many sites do we have in this upcoming election? And are we sure that all those sites are well infrastructured?
Thank you so much. This is once again a very important component because we need to have the sites where people are going to do their casting of their votes. We have an estimate of 2,500 sites. When I talk about sites, it means here in Rwanda we use schools, and we want to thank the government that wherever we have gone, we have seen that we have nice schools, and we are going to be having more than one room in one site. So we had kind of a checklist of what are the things we would wish to see in a site. So because we need our elections to be as usual, to have an election which, every citizen who goes there is free to vote and has all the facilities. So we have been looking into issues like roads, accessibility to the site. We have been looking into the issues of electricity. We are looking into issues of the room, which is a sufficient room where you can put like 3 or 4 booths for the voting, and we are looking also into the hygiene of that site, if we have toilets, if we have water, if we have special rooms for the people who might have special needs. And we are, what I would say is that where we have done this evaluation, we realized that many of the sites available have more or less or what we need to have. But there are, of course, other areas which need some improvement, and where maybe there's no enough electricity, there are no enough water, maybe the roads are not accessible, but you are working closely with the Ministry of Local Government and the Ministry of Education and Ministry of Infrastructure, making sure that we are not leaving any stone untouched.